Hello and welcome along to AVFTS Wrexham. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to whenever you're watching this video. Please make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new for all the latest Wrexham AFC news, and of course, get involved in the comment section with your thoughts, feelings, and emotions on today's topic, which is that there is some breaking news coming out of Wrexham AFC today in regards to the Kop Stand, the most talked about subject around Wrexham AFC. And finally, there is a further update where the future of the racecourse ground, the Stockcrass, is now in good hands, and the Kop Stand redevelopment has been given that green light. I'm going to share you the latest news on this story today, so make sure you lock in. And as always, hopefully, better times to come for Wrexham AFC off the pitch with this. So here is the article that is written by the club website today, as you can see here. The club news: Wrexham AFC appoint McLaren Construction under PCSA for new Kop Stand redevelopment. So we now know who is going to be in charge and leading this, which is the McLaren Construction. And it says here, Wrexham AFC have appointed McLaren Construction Midlands and North under a PCSA, which is a pre-construction service agreement for the redevelopment of the iconic Kop Stand at the world's oldest international football stadium still in use, the Stockcrass. The appointment marks the start of Wrexham's AFC's long-term vision for the stadium, while the redevelopment of the Kop Stand will not only be a physical transformation of the renowned racecourse ground, a cultural and symbolic landmark in the club's historic journey. The return of the Kop Stand will restore the ground to its full four-sided structure, reinforcing Wrexham's AFC ambitions on and off the pitch. Under the PCSA, McLaren Construction will lead on developing final designs, tendering subcontractor packages, and refining construction timelines and delivery strategies for the work. Early works will begin later this month. The full build program is scheduled for completion during the 26-27 season. And we have news coming out of the club from the CEO, Michael Williamson, who said the appointment of McLaren and the PCSA is a pivotal moment for the club, not only in delivering on a long-standing promise to our supporters, but in unlocking the potential of the racecourse ground as a top-tier venue for domestic and international football. The new Kop Stand will be the heart of the reimagined stadium, increasing capacity, enhancing the experience for fans, and anchoring our place in our home city as part of the wider Gateway Partnership regeneration plans. The new stand will ultimately increase stadium capacity to over 18,000, delivering modern facilities for club stakeholders and enable the club to achieve UEFA Category 4 compliance and host more international matches. As part of the wider Wrexham Gateway Partnership, which includes Wrexham University, Wrexham Borough Council, and the Welsh Government, the Kop Stand redevelopment is the first major step in a series of transformational projects designed to enhance the city's infrastructure and public realm. And look, this is absolutely massive news coming out of the club. Some key taking points from that is that work will actually begin later on this month. That's massive. We're looking within the next 31 days, 30 days to start having some development on the Kop Stand. Second of all, completion is guaranteed by the next season, 26-27 season. Now, obviously, they haven't given a specific, whether it be at the start of the season, the end, but we have a timeline, a deadline. And I think that's key, that there's a deadline for this completion. But I think the biggest thing for me is that constant vision they talk about trying to hold international matches to be able to gather more revenue for the club. And that will be huge. UEFA competitions, so under 19, under 20, under 21 tournaments as well. And of course, the any team that needs to borrow the stadium as well for Europa, Conference League, Champions League matches within that can use the racecourse. But I think the biggest thing, as I said, is that fans have been waiting for years and years, and this has been one of the biggest promises of the ownership since they took over, which is fixing the stand. And finally, under a PCSA, we now have that green light. This is major developmental news. This is groundbreaking, and this is something that really should put a completion to what has been a long anticipated await in the community. And that word community is massive. And that word of transformational project is massive. Not only will this be the first and biggest landmark of Wrexham AFC's tenure under Rob and Ryan in terms of off the pitch developmental series, actually they have hinted there's more to come in works with the council, the government, and the university. There's more to come in terms of projects in the community. And these fan zones that I can see that are going to be built soon, training pitches, facilities, they're all going to be part of this massive project. So people, it's good news on the pitch last night after Wrexham beat Reading 2-0 in the Carabao Cup and the FL Cup. We've got the draw tonight. We've got this news here. You can check out my reaction now on this video if you missed it from our massive 2-0 win. People, take care. I'm out of here. Ta-da.